Isn't it hard to dare say that a society that has lived in an unstable environment of war and displacement for a century has a healthy mindset? It is very challenging to say that a society that has been mired in war, displacement, terror, and instability for a century has a healthy collective mindset. To conclude that a community mired in a century of conflict and dislocation can maintain a healthy psychological state is a very disturbing proposition. Scientific studies have shown that the psychological effects of prolonged conflict and instability on individuals and communities are severe and enduring, often transcending generations. The lasting psychological scars of war and displacement. Prolonged exposure to war and displacement can trigger many psychological problems within a community, which essentially undermines the foundation of sound thinking. Some of the main issues. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Many individuals suffer from PTSD from exposure to violence, death, and suffering in their environment. This can lead to constant fear, emotional numbness, and social withdrawal. Anxiety and depression. The constant uncertainty and fear for the future can spread high levels of anxiety and depression throughout society. Intergenerational trauma. Psychological wounds inherited from parents and fathers can affect generations who have not directly experienced the conflict and displacement. This can manifest as behavior problems, distorted thinking, and difficulties in forming relationships. Breakdown of social fabric. Prolonged conflict destroys social institutions such as the family unit, community cohesion, and mutual trust. This weakens the ability to live together and support each other. What creates a healthy mindset? A healthy collectivist society is generally characterized by the following characteristics. Collective safety and trust. Community members feel safe and secure in their surroundings. Social cohesion and cooperation. There are strong family and community ties, as well as a spirit of reciprocity and cooperation. Hope and optimism. There is a sense of optimism and a positive outlook regarding the future. Shared identity and purpose. There is often a strong sense of shared identity and purpose rooted in a shared culture and history. Conclusion. It is therefore highly unlikely that a society that has experienced a century of war and displacement will exhibit the characteristics of healthy collectivism. The lasting psychological trauma, the collapse of social structures, and the pervasive fear and distrust keep the community away from a state of psychological well-being. However, it is important to note that some studies have shown that even in such trying circumstances, some communities can show remarkable resilience and the ability to rebuild. This phenomenon, known as post-traumatic growth, suggests that a community can sometimes use its suffering as a catalyst for new strength and social cohesion. Nevertheless, this potential for growth does not negate the generally widespread and severe psychological effects.